Hi, another day from the beautiful Rio Rosario here in Costa Rica. My name is Darren from ibogatherapy.com, and we're going to talk about the Iboga Experience and what to expect, okay? We're going to talk about a ceremonial dose right now of root bark, and a clinical dose would be 14 grams, which is a kind of a big pile of this root bark. And in Africa, they'll dip it a spoon and there's some honey, and you down this. It's a very earthy, bitter taste that's a little hard to get down. But anyways, for about an hour and 40 minutes, it's scanning your body and getting to know you. You might feel a little elevation. The way we do it is we're going to do earlier that day, you want to be in nature. You want to be connected. You want to have no distractions. You don't want to be traveling. You want to be calm. This is most people's illnesses that I found with dealing with so many people are a disconnect with nature, being ungrounded. We're not meant to work in cubicles. We're not meant to work under stress. And so these are where people get disconnected. So we were all born perfectly aligned with the universe and organic, and then TV, drugs, drama, trauma, war, PTSD, sexual abuse, which is very common. By the way, this is amazing for healing that. I want to put that out there because so many people have experienced that. There's nothing better. Nothing better. That's all I can say for that. And PTSD, veterans, and this type of thing. We're not meant to be in these situations, and it screws with our psyche and whatnot. And Iboga absolutely obliterates the past and puts in this new future for you. Does it work 100% of the time? No, it can only do so much. This is not the golden bullet. This is a stepping stone of healing. This gets you to that platform where you got to do the homework. It's going to give you homework. If you don't do the homework, then we're not doing what this plant is setting us up to do. If you're an addict, you got to change your environment. If you are a war veteran, you shouldn't go back to war. And anyways, so yeah, the experience is we give you an amazing shamanic massage why this plant medicine is coming on to you, which I encourage every facilitator to pick up on and do as well, because there's nothing better than getting people nice and relaxed for this long experience. We start our ceremonies with the first star in the sky right after sunset. I used to do yoga for an hour with my people to get them all relaxed and everything. Then we'll lay them on a mattress with their clinical dose, or some people only need 8 grams. Some 10. I use anywhere from 8 grams to 28 grams in my ceremonies. Very rarely above 20. And there's a lot of facilitator and research work that says this goes by weight, and a lot of people will give someone Iboga and be like, but this is what I've found not to be true, because I've had NFL all-star football players and little Filipino women, and she's taken more than him. Some people only need 8 grams to have a full-blown ceremony. Some people need more. But we start at a very low level, very safe, and then work our way back up. And so part of nausea is a part of this experience for most people. Am I going to puke? Am I going to go to the bathroom? If that's what you need, if you need your oil change, it's going to change it for you. I've had bigger ceremonies where nobody pukes or whatever. If you don't, it's working more on your DNA. It's going deeper, and it's going to take you longer to recover. So we go through this night. After about an hour and a half or so, you're going to put on your eye blinds, right? And I use Mindfold out of Durango, Colorado, that Alex Gray designed, and they're extraordinary because you can open up your eyes because you're awake dreaming, and it's extraordinary. So you might feel like you're getting scanned. You might feel like you're elevating a little bit. I think we're going to other dimensions here to heal you, which is an extraordinary experience. If you need a shaman, I'm not claiming to be a shaman, I'm a facilitator. I have a lot of respect for shamans. Shamans to me can be either alive or dead, but they have this ability to transport themselves to other dimensions to heal you. I used to have the same shaman come to me all the time and do energetic work on me, and it was extraordinary, very real. Some people will experience, I just had this one guy go through about 50 people that have passed away to their side that were visiting. I've had aunts and uncles hug me. I've seen my grandparents who are passed away. This is why it's also called the vine of the ancestors. It's a shrub, by the way. It's part of the coffee family, the dogbane family. Anyways, we'll get back into that. The experience might project you to scenes of your childhood, kind of like a movie playing. I'm not going to go into, everybody's not the same. It's completely different. The best part of my experience as a facilitator was sitting down with everybody the next day and voluntarily telling me their experience of their healings. I've heard stories. This is the favorite part of my entire life. I wish I had written a book for you guys about people's experiences, and I'm encouraging, like Bernice, she's a writer. I hope she does this because they're amazing. Amazing therapy. It's like going to a psychotherapist 10 years in one night. You're going to get all this advice, always good, always what is best for you. There's never been a differentiation of that. It's always been the best thing. I've had people, even in ceremony, going, I need a ticket to go fix my family problem, this and that. I've seen families destroyed by heroin, and they do the Iboga session together, and they're the strongest family unit in the world now. I have never seen Iboga cause harm. Nobody would ever freak out on Iboga. That would never happen. You're very sedated. The medical term that you get, and I don't like this term, it's called ataxia. And so I call it cosmic drunkenness, okay? So you're a little bit wobbly. You can't even pour a glass of water because you're a little bit like this. Some people are worse than others. But so this whole time it's working on you, and you might, this plant is smarter than us because you might think your intention is, okay, I want to quit smoking, this and that, but it might go in and cure your lump on your breast that's maybe malignant and going to cause, it's smarter than us. So it's going to maybe override your intentions sometimes, but it's always best to have your intentions. It might be good to have a notepad with you to write down all this advice. I've seen one gal write 200 pages in her journal the next day. So you go through this entire night. I have done these 10-hour soundtracks, and I've done 5 of them over the year. It takes me about 200 hours to do each one. There's a certain vibrational music I play with Iboga. The Betwi have their own style. My own style is very different. I take traditional music and music from all over the world, mostly unworldly music because we're in unworldly places. But it's extraordinary, and we put a lot of effort into this, me and Tony Ouden. He's a sound engineer from Australia, and we do a great job at our music. And we've also worked with the Desert Dwellers a bit on their stuff. But anyways, that's so the experience. You got these eye blinds on. It takes you all through the night, and it's a knuckle ride, and it's nothing easy about it. You got the nausea going, but it's amazing. All in the same, absolutely amazing. The next morning, you're like, wow, and it's starting to settle down a little bit. You're just going to still feel this amazing sensation of being purified. We're going to turn off the music around 2 in the morning. You're just going to hear nature sounds and whatnot. Again, I don't agree with the clinical setting. I agree with nature, this type of thing. So, yeah, we introduce smoothies the next morning. We serve water all night. Some people drink up to 3 gallons like me. Water's a good thing. Don't forget to hydrate, especially before this ceremony and during. But yeah, and then you might want to feel like you want to eat something by lunchtime or dinner. You're going to go to bed that night, maybe still be seeing tracers that's still working on you. You're going to wake up the third day. The norm on that third day is you're going to feel like that's the first day of the rest of your life. You're going to feel reborn. If you didn't purge, you might take 1 extra day to recover. I don't advise driving these days, or I just advise being in nature and take your shoes off. You're being regrounded to the center of the earth. And then you have this new life going forward. If you smoke cigarettes, you're not going to be drinking, smoking or drinking or doing anything harmful for your body after Iboga. I'm going to go into some videos on how to maintain this feeling. It's Kundalini yoga is the best thing I can find to maintain this alignment. But anyways, that's what you can expect when you go to Iboga therapy. One of our facilitators, you can expect some yoga, acupuncture. We throw some breath work at you. If you want to go surfing, we're going to give you surf lessons. But we're going to encourage you to take off your shoes for the entire 5 days or whatever. But that's about it. We have some great people to talk with you, to care for you. You're in a very loving and supporting environment with us. And we see things through and answer any of your questions, okay? Have a good day, kids. If you have more questions, I'm here for you. Take care.